Pop Squat. Coming at you. We've got another track sent in from one of my patrons, William. William has excellent taste because he keeps wanting me to react to Brockhampton. And I'm telling you, Brockhampton is one of those groups that, had I known they existed when they were coming out with music, I would have been an absolutely huge fan. I really have loved what these guys have been doing. Or have done, and I wish I'd known about it at the time. The other band that I did not find out about or really dig into their music until years afterwards is Soul Coughing, and that was like in the early 2000s. I had learned about Soul Coughing and like all the fantastic music that they had. Just love their stuff. Mike Doty is still one of my favorite artists to this day. But this is something that William asked for, called Sister/Nation from Brockhampton. This is off Saturation 3. It's the 11th track, produced by Romil Hemnani. Sister Nation serves as the 11th track on the Saturation trilogy finale. The second half of the song Nation was premiered in the group's short film Billy Star. I have never heard of a short film by them. That's interesting. The song's title is most likely an allusion to the names of back-to-back studio albums of New York experimental rock group Sonic Youth, Sister, and Daydream Nation from 1987 and 1988 respectively. This track is structured similarly to the way that Tyler, the Creator, structures the 10th track on all his albums as a two-part combination. Tyler has been established as an influence for several members of the group, especially Amir Van and Kevin Abstract. Huh. That's pretty cool. See how everybody influences everybody? I say on here a lot, like, information is reality, what you perceive is reality because it's just information, and then the stuff that we absorb, that information we absorb, ends up getting like regurgitated and recombined and synthesized into something new. When these people sit down to make music, they take all these influences that they've had, and they say, oh, I think this is really cool, I want to use this aspect of this thing to do something new, and they create their own thing out of it, and like everything influences everything else, and that's exactly what this is going to be. It's so cool. R&B rap, synth punk, cloud rap, drum and bass, West Coast, Neo-Psychedelia, psychedelic soul, neo-soul, industrial hip-hop, experimental rap, alternative R&B, hardcore rap, conscious hip-hop. Oh, there is absolutely no chance that I don't love this song. I mean, I like Brockhampton anyway, and all these different types of music that people have tagged this as, I'm gonna love it. I'm gonna love it. 6 minutes, 4 seconds. Thanks again to William for sending this in. If you want to be a patron or send me music to listen to, information's down here in the description. PayPal, CashApp, Patreon, it's all right there. Let's just do this. 6 minutes, 4 seconds. Sister Nation from Brockhampton.
Drink at the apple pie with it, yeah, yeah, yeah. I don't got no chains in my denim, yeah, yeah, yeah. I don't listen what them blogs tell me, yeah, yeah, yeah. I know niggas got their own agenda, yeah, yeah, yeah.
I've got but you would never know. I like to hide them, so much I lose myself. That's why I'm pure to some, but psychopath to others. And grew up in counseling, flipping off my counselors. They give me mood stabilizers, but when I came off them I was violent. Took the drugs that I wanted, which didn't help with the voices. They just grew louder and louder. Like all the people who just chatter and chatter. I juggle all my personalities.
Estoy tan harto y cansado. No puedo seguir haciendo esto. Ojalá pudiera rendirme, pero tengo que seguir siendo fuerte para mi familia y mis amigos.
Okay, I gotta pause right there to see what the translate. I'm so fed up and so exhausted. I cannot keep doing this. I wish I could give up, but I have to stay strong for my family and friends. Wow. What is this about? Drink out the apple pie with it. Yeah. I don't got no chains in my denim. Sorry, I can't read. It's midnight. Yeah. I don't listen what the blogs tell me. Yeah. I know guys got their own agenda. Yeah. And then Joba, who I love Joba's stuff. I got something. So this says his vocals differ widely between songs. Within songs, they differ widely. He utilizes a calm, placid sing-song tone. This contrasts with songs like Heat and Boogie, where he's clearly more aggressive, perhaps even sounding psychotic. In the Saturation documentary, you can hear Joba say the blank blems at the end of Problems for the censored word before he continuing the verse. Oh, okay, so I got problems is what he's saying. I grew up in counseling, flipping off the counselors. They gave me mood stabilizers, but when I came off them, I was violent, took the drugs that I wanted, which didn't help with the voices. They just grew louder and louder, like all the people who just chatter and chatter. I juggle all my personalities. Oh, these guys are interesting. I have no idea if any of this stuff is true about Joba. I don't know. But I'm going to start this over because I just wanted to check out what the lyrics were and what that translation was of what we have here in Spanish. From Robert. Antenient. That's a neat name.
Drink at the apple pie with it. Yeah.
That boom, ba ba boom, it's great. It's fantastic. Just that's all you need in a song for me. Maybe some super heavy drums at some point. I just love the electronic and drums kind of sound. It's just the best.
Drink at the apple pie with it, yeah, yeah, yeah. I don't got no chains in my denim, yeah, yeah, yeah. I don't listen what them blogs tell me, yeah, yeah, yeah. I know niggas got their own agenda, yeah, yeah, yeah.
I've got but you would never know. I like to hide them, so much I lose myself. That's why I'm pure to some, a psychopath to others. And grew up in counseling, flipping off my counselors. They give me mood stabilizers, but when I came off them, I was violent. Took the drugs that I wanted, which didn't help with the voices. They just grew louder and louder, like all the people who just chatter and chatter.
I miss the vocals layered over his vocals, so it is like there's two voices at one time, and it's him doing both of them. Because I've heard him in other songs doing that like kind of high voice. It's just cool.
Go all my personalities.
Estoy tan harto y cansado. No puedo seguir haciendo esto. Ojalá pudiera rendirme, pero tengo que seguir siendo fuerte para mi familia y mis amigos.
I found myself getting better by the fucking minute. Never when my mama always had to say the minutes. Though some D's dropped, I wanted to be Russell Simmons. Had a keyboard, grandma had an early vision. Where the kitchen at? Keep the lyrics written. Raymond selling dope, asking for forgiveness. I just ran into somebody selling lemonade. Keisha kissed the night before them bitches run away.
The energy in all their songs is just so crazy, fantastically awesome that I love these guys.
Get your man all above me. Think again. 100 pairs around me. With the sound, but I don't care what they call me. This for all my bro niggas. This for all them jokes, nigga. That you niggas made when I was still living at home, nigga. Did it on my own, nigga. Grew up in our boss house.
I see you peeking through bushes and trying to get secret ingredients from us. I know that you do it cause you see us booming like C4 when you hit that detonator. Lucky on the elevator. Eat my dust, baby, I'll see you later. I could always call you bluff. You already said enough. Take a risk, bitch, still sitting on your ass waiting for a handout. Giving nothing, put your hands down. Ooh, yeah, this for the culture. Ooh, yeah, this important. Fuck off of that slang shit. Fuck off of that networking. Kick him out where the money at.
Red flags in the rear view. I know I wanna make you upset, but all I wanna do is.
Huge change in the style of the song right here, and this reminds me of the Beach Boys. It reminds me of Rich Brian's The Sailor. It's so great to hear stuff like this, to hear bands that are groups that are experimenting with the timing of their music, the the count of the music. It's just too cool.
Yellow lights in my dashboard, red flags in the rear view. I know I wanna make you upset, but all I wanna do is hit you. You know I lately I don't think straight, but I don't really know what to do now. Cause everybody got me fucked up, I'm struggling with how to move now. Yellow lights in my dashboard, red flags in the rear view. I know I wanna make you upset, but all I wanna do is hear you. You know I lately I don't think straight, but lately I don't know what to do now. Cause everybody got me fucked up, I'm struggling with how to move now.
Get your man all above me. Think again, 100 bands around me. Through December, I don't care what they call me. Get your man all above me. Think again, 100 bands around me. Through December, I don't care what they call me. Get your man all above me. Think again, 100 bands around me. Through December, I don't care what they call me. Get your man all above me. Think again, 100 bands around me. Through December, I don't care what they call me.
Barely got control of it. Once they got a hold of it, threw me to the ground and left a scar right on my nigga lips. I look in my closet when I think about the past life. Never got in my wallet trying to see if I got my cash right. Fuck a flight, they ain't never wanna treat my bag right. Fuck a job, they ain't never treat my mom and dad right.
I hate the quiet suburbs. I hate those picket fences. I hate the separation. First thing they call me nigga. I fight, I got suspended. My teacher saw me hit them, so they ain't listen to me. And from that moment on, I would learn that I was different. I would grow to see the difference. Second guessing my decisions. Black bodies come up missing.
Feel like all my days are coming to an end. I feel like all my days are coming to an end.
I would walk through the halls at my own pace. Every lunch on my flow, having no place. All the books in my back to my bones ache. Wonder how the world be if I had no face, if I had no heart, if I had no skin, and I was just lost. Reminiscing of things I was brushed off. How my father tried to tell me I was just soft. When I look at the things that I've been through, and the things I survived and at what cost. All the love in my life that I just lost. I know strength perseveres and above all. In the lies of the law, I'm a problem. In the eyes of the block, I'm a paycheck. In the eyes of the world, I'm an icon. In the eyes of my own, I ain't start yet. In the eyes of the law, I'm a problem. In the eyes of the blogs, I'm a paycheck. In the eyes of the world, I'm an icon. In the eyes that I own, I ain't start yet. I ain't start yet.
I feel like all my days are coming to an end. I feel like all my days are coming to an end. I feel like all my days are coming to an end.
Yeah, I really like their stuff. I get the feeling throughout here that there's definitely a fair amount of truth coming through in this stuff. Like some of the stuff that they had to deal with coming up, either when they were being raised, obviously in like the suburbs and things like that, but also as members of Brockhampton, the stuff that they had to deal with, what people would say about them. But then I also think some of it is just them saying stuff to say stuff. Like I don't know I don't know what this means even, right? Drink out the apple pie with it. What does that mean? To kick off the themes, Merlin offers a critique of American culture by connecting alcohol consumption to a staple American dessert. The following bar conveys a culture of liberation through fashion. I don't. Is that true? Is that just what somebody wrote in here? I don't know. And then the stuff Joba has to say about the drugs he took when he was younger, he covers up his being a psychopath by taking these drugs, and he's got multiple voices in his head. Maybe he does. I juggle all my personalities. Maybe he does, but maybe it's just stuff, right? And then the stuff that he's saying, like, because it sounds interesting, and he likes, I think, from what I have been able to pick up about Joba, he likes to say things that are unusual and confrontational, but I don't know if there's truth behind them or if it's just stuff that he wants to get into music. I don't know. This is a great track. It's really very interesting, and I can see how it fits into an album as opposed to standing on its own as like its own track. Energy is great on most of it. The outro of this song is very low key. I could see how it could just flow into another song and just sound really good, so I'd be curious to see what Rental sounds like. I am sure I want to own all of Brockhampton's music. Sure. I wish I could just go download all of it right now, but I'm sure people are going to send me stuff to listen to. And I want to hear more of this. I love Brockhampton stuff. William, thank you for sending this in. I wish I understood more about it. I wish I knew if the annotations here are actually the truth, or if it's just, this is kind of what we think they're trying to say. Like if they've been interviewed to say, oh yeah, this is what I was trying to say with, like, Merlin Wood. Drink out the apple pie with it. Yeah. There's not enough of a sentence there for it to make a lot of sense to me. I get the apple pie, as American as American as baseball, apple pie, and mom and dad, whatever the hell that saying was. It's good stuff. It's very good stuff. I like their music. Pop Squat, check it out. Please like, subscribe, and share. Please also remember to check out down below for a link to a playlist that I put together just the other day. It's got 12 tracks on it. A lot of fun. If you like Brockhampton, I think you're going to like the music you hear there too. Have a good night. I'll be back. Bye-bye.